Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Incredible mouth sounds.
Yep. All mouth sounds.
Every part of that structure, all the steel, all the servos, there's a unique sound associated with each flip and fold.
Coming out of our mouths.
And they're
missing out on the
and
best
Josh
part of this whole stream.
Steadfastly refuses to give the fans what they want, which is mouth sounds.
Yep.
From the cast of Black Widow.
I would say this is the paramount or the titular moment of this in every stream, every week. It gets missed.
Exactly.
It starts. Like Michael Winslow's in the at the table.
Yeah, exactly.
For those of you 45 and up.
But I'm saying that it starts out great, and then arguably the show just descends. From there for up to 2 hours. It's just flailing.
Goes in the shitter.
Bizarre behavior. Geriatric references. In any case, obviously, welcome back to the Calypso, diminished slightly perhaps from its spacefaring days.
Slightly?
Yeah. Resting out here, even
resting is a
gently. Listen,
one way to.
I'm trying to put a good
describe
face.
it.
I'm trying to put a nice face on it, Kiko. So gently, resting here in the sunny,
nestled.
Yeah, there we go. Solaris reaches.
Cradled.
Exactly. It has been converted in the manner of an Airbnb. You know, to temporary rental housing.
Some would call it a metallic lean-to.
There are those who would engage in that sort of hateful language, but that is what it is. No, but it's not all bad.
See, Nico knows what's up.
Yeah, exactly. It's not all bad. There are some positive.
Not all bad,
There are some positive aspects, of course. For example, we have just begun. Roshan Cole's re-emergence, the second coming of Roshan Cole, here in the outskirts.
I thought Roshan was doing fine. I don't know.
I didn't know he.
Of the
I didn't know
primary
that he needed
games.
to crawl out of some hole.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Here's what I'll say about Roshan Cole: is that this young man
has been killing it.
Has been earning
for years now.
He is a high value. He's a high value male. But long story short, there is some agitation on his part. Obviously, character reveal. It turns out that the games that I have spent the last year trying to return him to are games that he had washed out of as a younger man. And so when I say second coming, I don't mean that he has to emerge from a hole.
As the Christ figure?
Yes, but also, I mean, let's be clear. I mean, somebody, I'm not going to say
Battletech
who.
Jesus.
Yeah, Battletech Jesus. Roshan Cole, back at it once again. He came out of a hole, and I feel like that brand has endured.
There was no rock in front of Roshan's
No, that's
hole.
true. He was just in there because he felt like being in there, and then he came out.
It's very comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a humidor for young men. But now we are moving into another era. We have met the cynical mech jocks out in the cabin in Bergton. And it's entirely possible that we have, we've spent our money.
My notes say Bergton.
Bergton, sorry.
It's Bergton. Bergton.
Yeah, no, because only understand, Kiko, the only reason that I thought it was Bergton was because it would be really funny if the town was named Town. And so that's why I've been maintaining it as Bergton. That's what I assumed was happening. But
I didn't make this up. It's in the book.
No, it's in the real book.
Or you can look at Sarna.
If
anybody wants to fucking question it.
Also real. My interview with Sarna coming soon.
If any of you in chat want to question that this is an actual town.
Yeah, an actual imaginary town. But that is essentially where we have left off, is that there is someone who wanted to take us up.
A town as old as time.
That's right, Beauty and the Beast. But wanted to take us up on our offer. There are those, it turns out, even here in the fringe, the reaches, there are those who remember the legend of Roshan Cole in no small part. Because, intrepid journalist Chamber Boggs has kept the home fires going.
I've been waiting for this kid to come back for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. He is dialed in, and he has already helped us out substantially, getting us placed, getting things happening faster. We've also situated Zigzag at Kramer's Parts, because our fantasy scenario is that she is going to get experience maybe in a different type of repair, than she has typically had to do. Our guess is that this is going to be pretty rough and tumble, and they're going to.
ZZ is going to get some frontier skills.
Yes, that's the fantasy for us.
But you are in the suite, the Dirk Jester.
The Dirk Jester suite
at Avery's on the Water. It is composed of 5 statues of Dirk Jester.
Yeah, different poses.
Different poses.
And there's even, recall that there is a stained glass piece at the head of the bed that indicates Dirk Jester as a St. George figure slaying a robotic dragon. So there's a lot here for a young Roshan Cole to consider. Perhaps some robust iconography here. Heroism.
But you had also arranged, with the help of Chester, or Chamber
Boggs.
Like Chester Bennington?
Yeah, I was just going to say. Crawling with my skin. These wounds they wear not heal.
No, the proprietor of Avery's on the Water, Dirk Chester.
Dirk Chester. Anyway, moving on at the cabin, Roshan and Chamber put together a match to prove Roshan's worth.
Right, that the Wunderkind has returned.
Against Franklin Lagrange, a rather portly gentleman. But in doing so, it was Chamber that put you up at Avery's.
That's right. And what's more is that one of the last things that had occurred in the game was that Roshan Cole asked Chamber Boggs essentially for
media
tips,
training.
Well, yeah, media training, like tips on how to endure in the circuit.
And Chamber was happy to help.
He was, in fact, happy to help. And pursuant to that, I'm wondering if that did Chamber come up with us, or was he setting up?
No.
This is as Chamber was leaving.
That's right. He was going to finalize.
He gave
stuff.
you the key to the
Probably
suite.
not the first. It's probably not the first one of these that he has set up. I mean, my guess is that a lot of his pieces sort of arise from the environment of the cabin. Lots of the scuttlebutt back channel stories. Some of the things that like the rivalries that he's talking about are probably literal things he's set up in the bar. Right? He is manufacturing narratives here at the feeder level. But yeah, I just want to remember that Roshan had made that request, and we should definitely try to investigate what media training for Roshan would look like. When, for him, a lot of this territory is invisible. I'm curious to see what we can extract from this imaginary man that we made up a couple months ago. Hopefully he can help us out. So we've basically been sent up here. I mean, my guess is that this room is primarily for Roshan.
It's for all of you.
It's a suite. So
Oh, it's a suite. Okay, so it'll have some.
It has many chambers.
We need to roll away. We got to call down for a steamer.
Yeah. This is the biggest suite in this hotel.
No,
you don't need a roll away for anyone.
Yeah, exactly. We were describing it before with the.
There are floor to ceiling windows.
Yeah.
There are direct feeds to the
That's right.
Davian arenas.
It's
like
it's
this
stuffed.
is
It's stuffed
to the
with,
nines.
It's got the big screen TV.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that sounds exactly like what Stavrin would enjoy. Like, just start to feast on these screens. And so these screens are coming in, and it's got like multiple fights. There's chyrons at the bottom just sailing by, betting odds, all this kind of stuff. And my suspicion is that, the fight that we're talking about, the one that we've set up, this is a little bit, it's low key. It's people are going to be there and they're going to know about it, but it's going to be a little bit more inside baseball. This isn't the big games that we can see on the screens.
No.
We're like a step under the farm leagues.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very colloquial. But I do think that if we can pull it out, the word of mouth is going to be really strong. Quinn.
The previous discussion with Chamber, Boggs, and Roshan, Chamber had a little tip on where to start. So Roshan immediately gets a pad and just sort of plops down in a chair and is studying post-game interviews of pilots and
Oh yeah, because they're coming up, right? You're surrounded by them, basically, right?
studying the post-game interviews as much as he dislikes it because he'd rather be watching the bouts. But he is...
Oh yeah, he's basically forcing himself to watch the rind.
Forcing himself to watch people...
of an event.
To watch people communicate, which is not something Roshan enjoys. So he's there studying, investigating mannerisms, identifying repeated platitudes, that kind of thing, and doing his best to learn that stuff.
You hear a knock at the door.
I'm startled. Ah!
Sir, you have a message?
I will go over to the door.
And there's a little
And
bell
open the
hop.
crack.
And it's just a little missive note from Chamber Boggs that says, please meet me at the cabin at your always convenience. We are prepping for the fight.
Okay. Absolutely. But I think that it's okay. I think that we want to be fashionably late to that. This is the very first return for the kid in this place. And I think that if we come down in a little bit, it's going to be fine. But I think that what he's doing now is, assessing these performances. So we have to find one that, because right now there's going to be too many, right? At any given time on these things, there's going to be probably 2 or 3 interviews with different people, but you don't have to be all of these different people. We have to find the channel that we can tune Roshan to that is going to make sense and is going to be easy to execute.
And a surprise to no one. None of the interviews have any relation to any of the quotes that you wrote down on that piece of paper.
Yeah, they're all different, right? They're all special.
The only thing that's playing, and whatever channel you switch to, are Dirk Jester matches, and
there's like 24 hours of Dirk Jester.
Yes, but there's no interviews with Jester. It's just all of his victories.
Here, hold on, here. But we need a name for this. This is a 24-hour. It's like when they do the 24-hour marathon. For Twilight Zone. We need a name for the fucking 24-hour bullshit it's Jesterfest. It's 24 hours.
The Dirkathon. Yeah.
Jester.
Pure Jester.
Jester. Okay, now, but because it's Dirk Jesterfest, right? This would actually, if that's what's happening, there should be a little window that is like this brief, just this tiny, it's like a 1-2 minute piece in the whole day, right? And it is this little segue, this little spur off of the main narrative that shows they're going to put it in the best light they can. But if that's what's happening, we have to have that happen right where we're here, right before we leave, right? That shows Roshan Cole's, like, I mean, it's not an upset, right? Dirk Jester won.
Yeah.
Dirk Jester won. So it's still another victory, right? And they minimize the amount of time they give this, right? But it has to be in there. And the whole day, there's like 1 minute, 2 minutes of this. Mm-hmm. Dude, that would be amazing. Here. So, Keek.
It's in a montage.
Yeah.
So it's only like a 2-second clip.
Yeah, it's just tiny clips of like people getting shots off on Dirk Jester. But it's rare enough that they're using the Roshan Cole fight for B-roll, but it keeps, a bunch of these shots are actually Roshan Cole. Like oblique angles, surprising ripostes, right? Mid-range mastery, right in the middle of the field. But it's sort of like, it's like they have that very, very small amount of footage, and then in this montage, somehow a statistically, aberrant percentage of the shots are from Roshan. But so in that fight, was there a post-game interview?
There was, and the reason why Roshan washed out is because in every one of these interviews he was horrible.
He couldn't provide the persona.
He couldn't be the persona, and Dirk Jester jumped on that to amplify that lack.
Yeah.
Especially since the fight was so close.
I like it. God, so I wonder if I'm gonna send back to the Calypso. I'm gonna see if they can bring it out. I want them to bring the custom helmet that we got for the collector's version of the Gauntlet 7. I want them to bring out the custom Neurohelmet that comes with that. If we can't deliver the verbal aspect of it, I think that we can give them a show at least, right? Mm-hmm. If this is the person that comes out and they still have the Neurohelmet on, and so they can, oh my God, I fixed it. Because that's when he feels comfortable. When the helmet is on, that's when he becomes the other person. He will be able to do it if he has the helmet on in the interview. It will actually work.
What does the neural helmet look like?
Have you seen
depends.
it depends, but the old
depends.
school
The
ones are
different
like
eras.
giant.
Different
it
eras.
looks like apocalypse. They look insane.
Yeah. Depending on the era
So
and the
Roshan
model.
just to look like a Fruit Loop out
Yeah.
there, just a weirdo.
There's different. There's different styles. Like some of the older takes are very like tower-like right off of the shoulder, and some other ones are just on the top and have some exposed. Have some exposed face, but no, this one's nice. Like this is the one that came with the custom collector's edition of the gauntlet. It is. It's going to attract the youth.
And the one of the errand boys of the hotel will go to the Calypso for you and see if they can retrieve that.
Absolutely.
Apparently, they have no network on Solaris. Everything's done by
teens.
by horseback.
By
I guess.
teenagers. It's the Pony Express. They carry it bit by bit. A fleet of horses just to say hello. But yeah, I mean, this is the idea that occurs to him. That is sort of like in the same way that like the yoke is a locus of comfort. I think that he should just cut a figure that has the Neurohelmet on, and that might be enough. He'll be able to answer the questions. It's going to be all business, but he's not going to be horrified. He's not going to stammer. He's just going to be locked in. Yeah, the branding potential is stellar.
Great.
Yeah. So now that I have the plan, I'm gonna head. I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna say, Mr. Cole. I mean, obviously, come down when you're ready. And I'm gonna turn off the. He doesn't need to watch any more Jester Fest. This is just gonna fuck him up.
Roshan doesn't wait. He just follows. You.
Okay.
There's no.
I was like, you're just right behind me.
Yeah, just right behind you.
Door just closes slow.
So Roshan follows, but he still has the pad reviewing.
Yeah, absolutely.
like,
Yeah, this is
random
exactly. He's doing his
interviews.
homework. He's doing his homework. He has tried to absorb as many of those personas as he can.
Bumps into you a couple times.
Yeah, writing notes. The pad just flattens against my back. There's a weird line on the pad.
So you make your way across town to the cabin, and you see the typical sign that has been up there for ages. And as you walk in, the regulars are there. Franklin Lagrange is there. Chambers there to greet you. But everybody, as you walk in, cheers and says, "Roshan!" just loudly.
Yeah, Roshan is just like this.
And Chamber Boggs walk up. He's like, "Roshan, hey, kid,
Yes.
you got people that want to see you." I mean, little, handshaking, kiss the babies, do the thing. This ain't tough.
Roshan
Right?
puts the pad down. Sorry.
I'll take the
Okay.
pad.
Yeah.
He's still trying to find a place to put the.
Yes.
I got the pad. I will handle I will be the pad holder. That's fine.
And Franklin Lagrange stumbles up to you, it waddles.
Oh, boy.
Puts his arm over you. He's like, "Listen, kid, I'm gonna probably go easy on you tomorrow. I don't want to be too tough on you, and I know it's one of your first fights here, but we're gonna test and see what you got."
That's very nice.
He's been here all night. This dude's trashed.
Thank you, Mr. Lagrange.
And then, Roshan, you see probably the most horrifying thing imaginable at the far end of the bar.
A shark.
There is, against the wall, there are two lights facing the wall, and you see a camera and two microphones. And Chamber comes up and says, "Come on, Roshan, it's time. We're gonna do your pre-fight interviews.
Are you?
You, me, pre-fight, We're going to talk about what you are going to do.
No.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Mr. Boggs?
Listen, kid, it's recorded.
I see.
Don't worry.
Listen. Hey, go to, I see.
We can take as many takes as you need.
I see. Roshan, just go to the little boy's room.
It's time for him to do his work. All right. This is a training session. This is what you asked for.
Well, no, I don't disagree.
The kid's putting his time in.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's recorded, right? So
Yeah, we could take multiple takes. It's gonna be fine.
No, I was saying we can wait a little bit here. It's recorded right now. Look at he's dancing around. He's full of piss. Go shake it out. He's not full of piss. I mean, just go over there.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't need to.
Deep down,
I don't.
you have to pee so bad that you don't even know you need to pee. That's when you know it's at its worst.
I just went in the suite.
Yeah. I point over to like this filthy. I mean, it's not good. It's like for some reason part of it's carpeted. Like it's just not. It's like one of the things that gives the cabin a certain level of rustic flair.
I don't want to go over there.
So you have to get in there.
I don't have.
And make a deposit.
I really need to go right now.
But try. This is something you often tell
just
children.
Sort of, starts to walk very slowly towards.
Yeah, good. Slow is good.
rest.
Slow is good. And as he's starting to trudge over there, I hit the front door.
Sean's looking around as he walks.
No, I swing open the front door. I'm like looking down the street, down Main Street toward the Calypso, looking the other way. Are they lost?
There's nothing coming yet.
God, are there any like motorcycles or like bikes, personal conveyances? Hovercraft? Sturmster?
It's just tumbleweeds.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully one of these tumbleweeds has that.
Robot tumbleweeds.
Yeah, cyborg. So I'm looking down the main road, and I say, Chamber, don't start till I'm here, and then I'm just not going to be here. So I run down the road, on the road out of town toward the Calypso.
Okay. Roshan, are you in the?
No, Roshan stops at the door and just sort of stands there for a little bit, and turns around and slowly makes his way back to Chamber Box.
That's the opposite of potty.
All right. He's like, kid, this is going to be easy. Don't worry about it. Again, we can take as many takes as we want. This is training. This is learning. You're going to do this.
I don't feel good.
It's going to be fine.
Good,
It's going to be fine.
Mr. Boggs.
Nope, it's going to be fine. Do you want a drink? It might loosen your tongue a little.
I don't think.
Okay.
I think that would make it worse.
Okay. Listen.
He says, all right. God. What did we call it? What was the name? What was the name of the beer from today? Ghostly, do you remember? Right?
The beer we made on the show?
I mean, you had to type it in. Some kind of rye thing.
Oh, no, it was like,
no, it's all right. He took a picture. Hang on, is it worth it?
It was like, not, it was...
Because we brewed the...
Season finale.
Yeah, season finale.
Saison
finale. So we actually made the beer from the cabin. So he's going to go and get one of those.
Okay.
And bring it back. And what are we talking about? Notes of clove, bubblegum, horse blanket. And he's just going to hand this frothy glass right to you and put you in a very sophisticated social situation.
Roshan, like he always does what he told.
He's told.
Does what he's told, and takes a drink. but that's the maximum.
Well, no.
All
Luckily,
right, good
it is
kid, good
super
kid.
low ABV. So
Let's go. Come on, let's just walk over here. This is going to be easy. I'm going to give you the easiest question that you'll have to answer. All right, that's all you'll need to do for the first one. And it'll get progressively a little bit more intricate from there. But let's just answer the basics. All right, so I want you to stand here right in front of the camera. I'm going to be here with you.
It's like
You don't have to worry anything about it.
he gets put into place and he's just arms at his side.
no, exactly. No, it's like a mob interrogation. There's just a swinging
It's
bulb.
like he's taking a mugshot and he's just stiff straight, arms at his side.
No, just paralyzed.
All right, and you see him, he just turns on the camera, you see a little red light. He says, all right, Roshan, you're going up against Franklin LaGrange today. Tell me, what are you gonna do to him?
I'm gonna defeat him.
That's pretty good, honestly. Like I'm happy with this.
He's not looking into the camera, he's
he
looking
don't.
down.
You see Chamber just turn off the camera.
kid.
Kid, what the hell was that?
I answered the question.
Okay, I need you to be a little bit more energetic. All right? Turns on the camera.
Okay.
Again, what are you gonna do to him?
I'm gonna defeat him. Still looking like down.
Looking at literal feet.
Yes.
Flicks off the camera. All right, kid, do I need to explain a little bit more to you? I mean, what do you want? What do you need here? What do you need from me?
What should I say, Mr. Boggs?
Okay, you know Franklin, right? Big guy. I need you to dig deep, growl, be aggressive, and yell at the camera. Yell! Okay, you think you do that?
No.
Oh no. He flicks on the camera. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna defeat him.
Rah!
Coughs.
Jesus, the camera turns off. All right. That was a little better. But I mean, I want grumbling from your stomach. What are you gonna do to him? You're gonna rip him apart. You're gonna shred him. I mean, do you want me to show you this a little bit? Or, I mean, I can act it a little out for you, but you gotta really take it on yourself. You know, when you're doing these things, it's best to think about the exact opposite of who you are, and that's the easiest thing to be portraying.
Just
All
flip
right?
it.
Just flip
Just flip
whatever.
it over.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Here, listen. All you gotta do is when I say it, just be like, "Listen here, brother. I'm gonna rip his head off. I'm gonna shove that PPC right through his torso. There's gonna be carnage on the floor." Think you can do that, Roshan?
I don't know, Mr. Boggs.
I don't know.
I don't. That doesn't. I don't.
know. I don't know about this.
Come on, you can do this. Just give it a try. He flicks it on. What are you gonna do to him?
He just goes silent.
Dude, he's getting worse. I know. The longer it goes on, he's getting worse.
And he flicks it off, and as he flicks it off, Stavrin walks in with the Neurohelmet.
Panting, just dripping sweat. And so he's flipped it off. I look over at Chamber Boggs. Chamber Boggs looks back at Stavrin and just shakes his head with fear. It's like a great reckoning.
So there's also, there's people watching in the bar, and there's definitely chuckles and laughter.
Yeah.
Which is only making Roshan go deeper into his shell.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna come back over, and I'm gonna have the Neurohelmet sort of like in my right hand, hanging like a frisbee, like holding around the lower edge, and I put my hand over the camera. I know it's not on. It's just about the idea. It's just like This is not it. And I'm going to give Roshan the Neurohelmet and say, I know it's not hooked up. Just trust me.
Whatever you say, Commander.
Just trust me. And then I'm going to say, Roshan, can you hear me?
Yes.
If someone asks you a question, respond like I would.
Yes, Commander.
And I slap the top of his helmet. And I turn to Chamber Boggs and I say, he's ready for his close-up.
Camera just turned back on. All right, one more time, Roshan. What are you gonna do to him?
Yeah, no, keep in mind.
So Roshan
Yeah.
has his eyes closed,
Yes.
and there's just a brief pause. And, like, you can see his shoulders start to loosen. And he, instead of being stock straight,
Yeah.
standing, he sort of bends his knees a little
Loosens up.
and
Skier's position.
and shifts his weight a little bit. Then he slowly opens his eyes. I'm going to keep my stabilizers loose, my reticle tight. There isn't going to be anything left of him.
I'm jumping like I am out in the room. I'm like jumping up and down, like covering my mouth.
Chamber shuts it off. He's like, all right, that's a little bit, we can work with that. That we can work with, kid. All right, we can. Very good transition. Build the character. I can see it now. Nobody knows your face. It's great.
And
We can make this into a story, my friend.
And keep in mind, as we were, when we discussed.
Hey, you keep in mind. No.
No, you fucking keep in mind. No, as we discussed, like this came along with a specific program that we were using in the simulator, but it itself has design elements. Like it is. Some of these are very functional. This one is a little bit. It has opinions on. It's aspirational, in that when I pictured it before, but I'm happy to meet in the middle, especially now that it might become part of the thing. I mean, I see it as being sort of like round on the top, swept back with like upward fins almost on the right and left sides of it that go back. Like it actually has like a swoop. But I want to talk to Kiko about it, just because now it seems like this might become part of the overall thing. The only thing for me is that it has design.
Yeah, you can retcon this later.
Yeah.
Talk to the designer first.
Yeah, exactly. I want it to have a vibe so that when this is filmed and if this is something that we're working on in the future, where we've established the roots of the persona here. I wanted to indicate that it looks a little bit different than a typical Neurohelmet. It was limited edition.
Yeah.
It was a collector's edition for the Gauntlet 7.0. That's it.
Chipper says, hey, listen, I got what I need. Kid's doing a little better. Nice work on your part. Seemed to help. We can run with this story.
They're chatting with each other and just hear from the side, are we done here?
Yeah. That's what Roshan says? Oh no, I created a monster. Here, I'll get the Neurohelmet. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? I get it off and I'm a little scandalized by the pluck, perhaps, of this young man. But no, I withdraw the equipment and tuck it under my arm for safekeeping. Get the cables, wrap them up, tuck them in.
Roshan's eyes immediately get a little glassy, and he asks, Mr. Boggs, did I do okay?
Don't worry, kid. It's fine. For your first time out, couldn't ask for much more. It was great. And you're just going to have to keep rolling with it and developing the narrative and the story that you are creating. Because remember, nobody can see you now. That Neurohelmet is a whole new persona for you.
Okay, thank you.
And you see Franklin just a little bit further back, and he's just like...
swaying a little bit.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just like there's a gentle breeze that none of us are even conscious of, and he's just swaying in it.
Yeah.
Doc Larry, Roshan 316.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I say, Roshan, you have to understand, like when a man like that says you did okay, what he means is that you did great. They're not good at it. They're not good at saying things. You'd think they had more opportunity to learn it.
I speak and write for a living, you know.
You'd think they would have more
I can hear what you're saying.
It's only making it worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Stavron says, I was here, and people are going to remember this interview.
Probably not, but we're working on it.
All right, here. So we got to get our equipment moving out this way.
And Chamber comes up to you and says, "Hey, listen, I did a little bit of grease in the palms. Went down to
Kramer's.
Talked to Bruce. He fixed up the blood asp on the house this one time.
Wow.
So it's ready to go against Franklin. We all want to see how the kid's going to do.
Right.
Even Bruce. So
well, no, I was just going to say, because there's a couple things riding on this. I mean, we're hoping for the best, obviously. Anytime you go in front of live guns, but specifically with this, we're hoping that we can parlay this into an ongoing contract once we start to make a name. And I mean, obviously he knows his stuff, and I think that, ZZ is at the apex of what we can teach her. Mm-hmm. We can give her different kinds of broken mechs, but,
what you have.
She needs she needs the apex. Like she needs to see a trauma hospital for mechs, and that's basically what Kramer runs.
I think you've done that once or twice.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm cranked up. I'm very excited.
So you have until tomorrow if you want to get anything else done around town.
Yeah, okay, you can over prepare. I mean, that's always the concern. And Roshan seems like someone who might over prepare. That's my feeling. So I think that, and he's been prepping all afternoon, and now he's done this very complicated social interaction. I think he needs a good meal, and he needs to go to bed.
Yes, Roshan is tapped out.
Yeah, he needs to go to bed.
He could be in multiple arena fights in a day and he'd still be fine.
Yeah, but if you put him in front
of a camera for 2 seconds.
No, stamina gone. So yeah, I say room service at Avery's.
On Chamber Boggs' tab.
On old CB. But yeah, we want to pull this in. And I mean, I want to get that tray in there. I mean, I want him to eat sitting off the edge of the bed and then just fall backward and go to sleep. I'm just giving him prep. And so it's like, we'll pull out a couple of the little tables. We'll watch the big screens. Mm-hmm. Like we'll put something together. I mean, they're not going to have any of our classics, but they'll have something that works out here. I mean, it could be a situation where they work with another place and they've got delicious menu. You can get things from anywhere in Bergton. We'll get the thing that we see on the most different menus. The thing that's proven. And I think we will probably, like literally, I think that Stavrin and Roshan will probably watch mech fights more or less in silence.
As we eat.
As we eat.
ZZ comes in.
Oh yeah, greased.
Full of grease.
Oh yeah.
Hands bloody.
Oh yeah,
Very pleased at the scene in front of her.
Oh yeah, clinched. Yeah. And so
The slumber party.
No, exactly. So she comes in. We're just gonna scoot over on the bed, pull up the next table.
No, pleased as in she has been grinding.
Oh yeah.
On these mechs all day, and we're just having a little
snack.
snack.
A little snack, but I
watching TV.
Yes, exactly.
But she grabs every plate that's there, even the ones that are half eaten, lays next to everyone in a row, but is eating while you two are kind of slowly passing out.
Yeah. She is grinding through the leftovers. I mean, like the bed is a mess. She sits down on it. Those sheets are done. Like these aren't sheets anymore. They have become rags instantaneously.
Also, on Chamber Boggs' tab, the replacement sheets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't even use a chip. This is on the Bog Man.
And that's that evening.
Yeah. It works. We're basically falling asleep, as this is getting wrapped up.
Yep. And then all you can hear is Zigzag just yelling at you both. It's time to leave. You're late.
This is the apocalypse. I get up. I'm just trying to orient myself. I'm reaching over. Okay, that's Roshan. Got him. Roshan is dealt with. I know where that is. Great. We're gonna need that. And just coming to consciousness in it very, very fast. Eyes wide, light streaming in. Perpetually surprised at every new piece of stimuli.
More Dirk Jester than you can handle.
Oh man, yeah. It's just I feel like we're haunted here in this room by Dirk Jester. He's right there. Jesterfest, of course, has come to a close. It's only 24 hours. Yeah. There are those who advocate for a 48 or even a 72-hour Jesterfest.
But the next day, the 48-hour, is the Dirkathon.
Oh,
and that's what's playing right now.
It just keeps happening.
Yeah. But this is 48 hours of uninterrupted.
Dirk. Of uninterrupted Dirk. Dirk. I hate it. I hate this.
Roshan thinks it's cool.
I hate this guy. I flip the screens off. He comes out and he poses and I'm just like, fucking shut up. They got video versions of the poster where he's folding his arms slowly. A tiny mech at his foot. God, what does he look like? I mean, I know how I think he looks.
He looks like Homelander to me.
Yeah. Oh no, he's definitely blonde, but with bigger hair.
Yeah.
Like the hair is not so close cropped.
No,
it's a little bit
Swayze hair.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh yeah, let's just go fucking full on 80s with it.
Yeah.
Like it's teased
Yeah.
out.
God, we got to get Mike to try.
It's teased
Yeah.
the fuck out. Like it is a hive.
Yeah.
That is just come to lit upon his head, and it's immaculate. There's never a single hair out of place.
It actually sparkles. Like there's a way it hits and it just shines.
There are lesser mech warriors floating in the air, like just orbiting the hair. Mm-hmm. It's a center of gravity. And so I on our way out of the room, I just flip them off. These pretend jesters, and then in the manner of like a bulldozer's shovel blade, everyone is being sheepdogged out of the room.
Yeah, I can't. And Zigzag's just following. She's like, yeah. So I see how it is. I work all night. You guys get to rest and eat, and then now you're even late for the match. What the hell am I even doing? Why am I trying so hard when you guys just super lackadaisical about everything you do. Man, I wish I didn't. And she's just rambling on as she's following you down the hall.
Yeah, it's easy.
I don't need to hear it. Just keep going, keep moving. I'm just going to, just work my tail off while you guys do nothing.
Roshan, just between you, me, and the fence post.
Roshan is looking at the pad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Roshan is Roshan. What do you need to say? Great.
Roshan.
Let's go. Come on, get in the elevator. Let's go. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had to be mom today to get you to the field. This is pathetic.
Yeah, not mom. Classic sense. But he was in front of cameras. Just try to imagine.
Oh, the horror, a camera. Let me see what else is so hard in life.
You see the shaved knuckles?
Yeah, exactly.
I used to have a knuckle here.
Yeah, I had skin. I had a lot more skin on my hands before. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, hopefully she knows where we're going. I certainly don't know. I guess we'll see where the directions stop.
Yeah, she actually leads you right to the fields.
Yeah, I guess that's probably she's been there. She's been up to her ass in.
I mean, just a
Bergton.
day in Kramer's parts. So, like, she knows everything about Bergton now.
Oh yeah, dude. Can you imagine? It's all going to be like Karate Kid shit. All the stuff that they send her out to do. There's a secret hidden lesson. She needs to get a sprocket, but it's really about meeting. Yeah. It's a guy. His name is Jack.
No,
Sprocket.
it was actually just a sprocket.
See, well, yeah. It seems like you're becoming a very powerful young woman. I think we're all impressed.
Yeah, you should be.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what you've become. I think we're all proud.
Yeah. Next thing I repair is your alarm clock. Great.
If your father were still alive,
What the fuck are you talking? What?
he'd be proud of you, kid.
What did you do to him? I go away for one day. What?
I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe he's still alive. He might be.
Just get out there.
He might be, and he's probably doing fine.
Now you see.
Well, we don't know for sure.
You see.
He's pretty old.
She has brought you to the field, and it is a worn-down complex outside of the city.
Yeah. So
There,
of a piece with a lot of the sort of pocked ruins.
yeah, much like the rest.
Weapons test facility.
Correct. It's called the Pit.
Oh boy, that sounds great.
But there is one corner where there is a stand for audiences to watch.
Oh, okay.
And you see all of the jocks.
It's like the eagle's nest.
All of the jocks, as you reach that stand, all of the jocks are up there from the cabin.
Oh, everybody's dialed in, but they're all sort of like in a wedge, like in a specific spot. That's
What's the quality of the setup?
Oh, it's not great.
This is like, because I just pictured immediately like
backyard fights.
a third-rate Mexican bullfighting ring.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Outside, it's not really a fence in the classic
Like, no,
sense.
yeah.
They got some stanchions.
Yes.
There's a rope.
Yep.
Yeah. It's very backyard fights.
Yes.
Like you're scrolling through TikTok, and people are fighting in a octagon made out of plywood.
And Chamber comes up. He's like, "You ready, kid?"
Yes, Mr. Fox.
Great. Well, your mech's over there. Let's get this show on the road. Once you see the fireworks go off, that means it's time to fight.
Yes, sir.
Tasteful.
And Roshan heads toward the
Toddles off solo.
blood asp.
I'm gonna walk him over.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, "How you feeling?"
Roshan is confused.
Oh yeah.
He's just, okay. Should
How are you feeling about this fight? Oh, can we see what Franklin's has on the field?
Yeah, it's a supernova.
Oh, okay. Have we ever put one of those on the table?
No.
Okay. So it's a fucking truck.
It's comparable to the Asp.
Okay, so I can see that over there. I'm like, how do you feel about the Asp versus the Nova? What are we thinking?
I think
You like these numbers?
I think I'll be fine.
Would you like me
Question?
to? Would you like me to stop asking you questions?
Yes, please. Question mark.
Exactly. Right. I'll give him a couple pats and then get my ass off of this field. I'm gonna go up into the hawk's nest.
And then someone's walking around. Oh, Kentucky dogs!
Oh, God, thank God.
Who needs one? $1.25.
Yeah, hand up in the air. I'd love to know how they do a old Kentucky dog out here in Solaris.
A dog is handed to you. What's on it?
It's nothing like an old Kentucky dog.
To its credit.
Yeah, no. Because this is different. This is like the old Kentucky dog is, as we've described before, it's like poutine made from like rubber shreds and industrial lubricant. So it's not good in the class. It's not a food, and people buy them people tend to get them for the tabs, and then they throw the food in there. This is not the same at all. This is like, have you ever had Brazilian stroganoff?
I've had stroganoff.
For some reason, they have a completely other stroganoff that is good, but it is not stroganoff in any way. It's tomato based. That's the first thing. Yeah.
I like it so far.
It is real good, but it is not the same thing. And so the old Kentucky dog that you get at the pit must have been some old recipe that got brought over. Mm-hmm. Before, it's sort of like in a cardboard container the tab is on. This is almost like a chalupa shell. Like the bowl that contains it is like a fried, crispy thing that you're supposed to eat along with it. And inside it, it's literally Beanie Weenies. It is Beanie Weenies in a fried edible bowl. And that's what has happened to the old Kentucky dog as it has made its way through the inner sphere. It's Beanie Weenies in a fried edible bowl. It is superior to old Kentucky dogs in every way. It's better. It's better. Now, are we going downside?
We are.
All right.
External camera engaged.
Yeah, no. Doc Larry's Portello, that is very cool. Hmm? Oh, it's just like dishing up the stats if you want to follow along on Master Unit List. It's totally awesome. Thank you.
Doc Larry, it's the Blood Asp I.
Mm-hmm. The I variant. And I have this. This is the Supernova. There's the standard on the other side, and you've given me the 2 here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. God, this is a son of a bitch. This is a mean thing up close. Yuck.
Okay, you start 3 inches on each side inside of the valley.
Down here on the bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
You said 3 inches?
3 inches. God, it's a chunk. It's a real chunk. But also is this the first time since we've been back that we've had a chance to use the custom minis, or is this the second time? With the cool paint jobs?
I think you used
second time.
Second time, right? When we were on that patrol?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess it's just time to roll dice, I guess, huh? Mm-hmm. Nine.
7.
All right, so that means I move first, Rick. Mm-hmm. So interesting. It's got 6 movement, but jump. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine the equipment that is designed to get this thing going? Here, we're just gonna head right over here. Love these tall walls.
Remember, you can run.
Oh, that's true. I will actually do a run, a sprint, as they say, right up to the wall. Hurl myself against it. No damage on the card, but Franklin Lagrange has had his customary 4 beers in preparation for today's fight. That's when he feels loose enough to let the supernova do the talking. Mm-hmm. All right. No firing, I suspect.
Not with 2 sprints.
Nope. Five. 7. Okay. That's 1.5 times.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to keep moving over here.
Ooh.
On sprint.
Franklin in the supernova is playing chicken.
Is canny. At any moment, Franklin Lagrange is ready to explode with lethal violence when he feels good and ready. Oh, and just for our purpose, what is my gunnery?
3.
3? Okay, that's better than I ever get. So I'm overjoyed to use it.
While drunk?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I guess we'll find out.
Imagine if he was sober.
If only. If only. Not Franklin. Not Franklin Lagrange.
Now you're never going to get to use the Cyclops.
No, it's over. Did Chico? Is that what you rolled?
Yes. Now get in the goddamn fight.
Yeah, I guess. Jesus.
And you did, Stavron hears over an intercom system. He's like, "Let's look at this kid go. He's doing great. He's already pushing in on Lagrange. Can you believe it?"
Lagrange is literally lost.
Lagrange can't hear anything.
No, but he's literally lost on the field. That is my Jormp, my Jackie Jormp Jomp. Another classic reference.
Is that supposed to be like that?
Yep.
Well, as we learned from Randall, this intervening terrain is apparently cover also? Who knew?
Well, we all did.
Not me.
Shots?
Shots. So technically I fire first, right? So you've got, let's go. We're going to start with 3.
Yep.
What is the TMM of the Blood Asp 1?
Well, you jumped, so
Yep.
plus 2.
Okay.
So that's 5, plus 1 for the Blood Asp. Plus
And then
1 for cover.
For cover.
5 plus 1 for the Blood Asp is 6, plus 1 for cover is 7.
7.
Range is
And then
medium.
range is medium.
So that's 2.
So 9.
9.
All right. Let's see
How
what we
many
got.
dice pairs?
What's that?
How many dice pairs?
Oh, right. That's right. We're doing the full duel. All right. In medium, I get 6. All right, here we go. 9s. 8, so yucky. I get 3 hits.
I don't know about this, folks. Franklin's making the first salvo. Let's see what this kid can do.
He's just laughing his head off.
So Roshan's at 2?
Yep.
2.
These days, yeah.
2. Jump is +1.
What?
What's it?
+1 from the TMM, so it's 2 + 2.
Okay.
4.
So 2 + 2 is 4. And 5 for cover. So 7s for medium range.
Yeah, but you're medium range master, right?
No, that doesn't count in this one.
It doesn't?
No.
Okay. Because I was like, well, I think that is pretty. I think it's very low. Seven, so better than me.
I'm gonna no overheat on the blood ash 1.
Keep going.
7.
Yeah. Oh. There we go.
1 hit.
2 hits.
2 hits. Right?
2 hits.
Yeah. 2 hits. So it's just cacophonous laughter as the first salvo lances out through the pit, and then it's like as soon as the shots hit the supernova, he's like sober in an instant. It takes 1 second. He feels any contact, and there's no more laughing. He's wipes his mouth, gets a firm grip on the yoke.
I thought the kid would have had it here, folks, but apparently not. Apparently Lagrange is getting a little bit more in, doing a little bit more shooting. This kid's gonna need some work here. He's a shadow of his former self.
What is that? No, we don't need any of this. He was the hope.
Oh, it's getting risky, folks. They're getting close. I don't think the kid knows what that Nova's packing.
Same. So 7s.
Should be right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. One, 2, 3, 4,
Whoa. And then gold, right?
5.
Oh, the kid comes back.
Oh my gosh.
Good Lord, that's what we've been thinking. That's the kid I used to know.
God, so basically you just lance, like sidestep around, and then basically everything hits.
It's pre-fire.
Yeah, it's ADS pre-fire. Nice. Here, so this supernova. Now that, gosh, if I can get you into short range, things are going to change really fast. But for now,
Thanks for the tip.
But now we're still dealing with our 6. Roshan definitely knows.
Yes.
All right, and if the rest of the calculations, now the only thing I would say is that, do you have cover from me?
No,
What do we think?
there's no cover.
Hey,
I mean, I'm looking.
I'll accept that adjudication. That's an 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this doesn't provide cover.
No, for the...
Any intervening terrain?
I think because I'm by it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm happy to go with... Well, let's go with 8 just for excitement. Is that sufficient?
So 8.
Yeah, 8. Yuck. Filth. This is what I get for trying to bend the rules.
1 hit.
Yeah, exactly. 1 hit.
Well, actually, it would have been lower. Your TMM. If you're using cover or not.
Well, he had 9s and then no
But
cover.
he only had 9s because he jumped.
Oh, because of jump.
Yeah, you
Okay,
should be
so-
calculating this better.
Either
7.
way, you don't.
Oh, no,
get
either,
any more
either way, it's
way.
still bad.
7, yeah.
It's all still garbage.
You got 1.
I get 1. Like, you come out, everything basically connects. Something catches the edge of one of the shoulder cannons. Whoa. This kid is hot. This kid is hot. Yeah, dire audience. Frank's biggest obstacle is that Jerry's rolling for him. He. Oh yeah, of course. I was like, Kiko, no, I need you to move into a place that's convenient for me. Ground movement over here. Kiko fencing still, keeping Roshan, keeping Franklin Lagrange at the outer range. So if we can do the full calculation here. It's 3 plus 1 for TMM. Right, so 4 plus 1 for cover
Is 5.
is 5 plus 2 for medium range. 7? All right, here we go.
Crit.
Ooh.
2 hits. 3 hits. Whoa. Okay, so that's 5 hits
And a crit.
and a crit. So let's see what that gets us. 9, which I think is a real crit.
No critical hit.
Ah, through the legs?
Yep.
Yeah, so Franklin knows this. Franklin knows this might have been his opportunity, his big shot. He's now pounding on the console.
So I'm at 6.
It's a swing and a miss, everyone.
So I should be at 6s now. So 2.
Yeah, if everything else is the same.
Well, let's just do it. 2.
So starting at 2.
Yeah.
1 for the TMM. 3. 1 for the cover. 4. Plus 2 for
Medium
medium
range.
range. So 6s.
Yep. Here, let me get all my. I'm sorry, Kiko. Let me get all these hits out of here. There's so many of them. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, and the kid fires back.
Oh no.
Boy, oh boy, LaGrange is going
How
to
many?
take it
6
in the
hits.
pants.
Jesus. 1 structure hit. Roll me a crit.
7.
A 7 is an MP hit.
So much for short range.
Yeah. No, I'll get there. It just might take me.
Looks like LaGrange is moving a little bit slower these days.
Well, yeah. It's just it just mirrors the man outside. That was wicked. All right, so next round, I guess. Yuck. Come on, Kiko. Well, come on. I mean, 10. You demon. At least I have case. I can definitely see getting blown out.
Listen, folks, I thought this was going to be a longer match, but this bout is turning into something. I told you the kid would be good. Should have put your money on him.
Stavron's mouth has been open so long that it is dusty. Insects have begun to roost. Yeah, I mean, these are the same, right? This is me firing first for 6. 1, 2. And 3, just for the folks at home. 3 basic at the very beginning.
TMM1.
TMM1 for the mech, so 4. Cover.
Another 1.
Yep, so
For
5.
5.
And then medium range is +2, so 7.
7.
You know what? I'm going to overheat twice. I may be done here. Like, I may be done. I think he is going to flip every switch inside. It is ear-splittingly loud inside the cockpit of his supernova. It is telling him not to do what he is doing right now. One hit. 2 hits. 3 hits. And 4 hits, one of which is a crit.
One piece of structure left. It's 11.
No, it's 11. Jesus. That is an engine hit.
Who needs
Oh, that is huge for the kid. He is not looking good, folks. Can he riposte?
Yeah, he's on the ropes.
So 7 coming at you at 6s.
6 is not a bad number. Oh, did Stavron bet? Obviously.
Can the kid pull it out?
That's plenty.
Yeah.
5 hits.
You're doing very well. Please describe for me what happens to this supernova as you rupture its most critical systems.
Roshan identifies the pressure from the double
leg drag?
overheat
Oh, there we go.
and pinpoints one of the sections that has the faintest hint of sort of like a
Structural buckle.
structural buckle, and aims and sends 5 points of damage right into that point.
Oh yeah, and because we'd already had the MP hit, so there's already something.
Yeah.
Like a punctured can. There's just something distended down in some part of the structure.
The slightest warping.
Exactly, and it ruptures open like jets. A jet of flame shoots out initially to release the pressure.
And because Roshan is who he is, knowing that this is an arena fight,
Yeah.
the what's the name of the mech?
Supernova.
The supernova just goes down onto one knee.
Dude, that's really cool. That is a great hook. Just an honor, like an honor battle.
Yeah.
You saw it here, folks. The kid is back. The return of Roshan Cole. And Stavron, at that moment, a man, a short, almost 5 foot, barely 5 foot
5
tall,
foot nothing.
with a pencil-thin mustache comes up next to you. Hello, sir. I am Franz Timber.
Front.
And
I'm not looking over at him. I'm listening to him, but I'm looking down at this, and I'm looking at this sort of legged mech that's like knelt down, and I'm like, did you just make that up?
no, I believe my parents gave it to me. But I would like the next. I would like the next rights to fight your young man.
Now, would you be? Or are you going to be in the?
I will be in the cockpit.
Dude, I love this guy. And I'm like, well, what are you thinking about bringing? Just so I can tell the kid.
I'm not. We're not giving away that information.
Maybe when I know you better.
Yeah.
I know this is we brought up the Eagle's Nest earlier,
Yeah.
and we need to cut this off at the bud right now.
Yeah, exactly. oh yeah, it's a hawk's nest. I was thinking of the one that not the Seahawks. Yes. Different nest. Not the same nest. I do have the DLC for Sniper Elite. You can kill Hitler 20 different ways. And they're all custom with animations. You could you can cut the brake line on this truck. He's just out there looking over. It's like slapstick by the end of it. It's fucking crazy.
As it should be.
Absolutely. But yes. Anyway, Hawk's Nest, Franz Timber, perfect. Christian Franz, got a flex on him. I love it. And I say, just let me know. Let me know when I can have the kid.
I would like to fight him tomorrow if it is possible.
Well, I say, God, but
There's not a lot left on the ass.
asp is.
Listen, this is not the problem of mine. This seems like a you problem. I will be ready to fight tomorrow. I will put my money up. You could just find a mech. I'm sure there's one just lying about anywhere.
I said,
Why does it have to be that mech? It could be if this kid is so great, he could be in any mech.
God, that is pretty good. That is pretty true. I say, let me get back to you tomorrow. I should have. We should have a piece of equipment that we're confident in, and I look forward to exchanging fire on the field.
Ah, very well. Sounds wonderful. You know where to find me.
Wunderbar. I hand him my card by contact information so he can get a hold of me. But again, I haven't looked at him once. The whole time I've just been looking down at the field. He's offered this. I've given him a card. It could be a spider, for all Stavrin knows. But he hands the card over and says,
I will see you at the cabin.
Mm-hmm. That's real. He is looking down. Like this is.
And he walks away.
Yeah, it's starting to happen. Like we had fantasized about this for a long time. It is starting to happen. This new career is starting to go up, and Stavrin is he's already spent the money. Like in his mind, like he is already living the life he dreamed of.
He's already imagining the replacement Cyclops.
Yes, exactly. It's like, I'll just get another Cyclops. I'll just buy a second one. It's like you have one to stock and one to rock. You know what I mean? Like I'll have one in cold storage and then I'll have one out here to drive. And that'll be the situation. Yeah, okay, that was awesome. That brought me real joy.
I can't lie that I was a little bit heartened when you handed him the card for the supernova.
This thing.
I'm at least gonna win 80% of the initiatives.
Yeah, the initiatives are going to be good. If I can get up close, this thing is actually at short range is an 8-point hit. Like, and obviously doing it the way that we do here with like the classic multi-role rules, like it makes it an amazing duel experience. Mm-hmm. But holy shit, if this thing gets into your face, it is a behemoth.
Yeah, someone mentioned in chat that, I mean, look at it. It's a big-ass Nova.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it is the supernova, right? I mean, here, we'll put them both up here. This is what we're talking about. This is like the Nova's big brother, right? This is a funny boy. But yeah, exactly. Nova this way, exactly right.
Don't talk to me
Yeah,
or
my son ever again. Absolutely. No, typically, no. I feel like you're about to say, and that's where we'll end for today. Am I correct?
Yes.
Saying here, let me do it. Let me do it. That's where we're going to end today, right? Now, I'm loving this arc. I mean, it's like the entertainment district arc. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we have a million ways to spin these fights. We should get into sophisticated betting. We should let them bet. Honestly, that'd be the best way to do it.
Yeah, you can bet like you bet the money in the banana stand.
Yes, exactly.
That went great.
Yeah. No, don't do that. Just keep it. If there's some in there, just keep it. Don't roll dice. Just have the money. That works out great. But Gathered Throng, thanks so much for rolling through for another incredible episode of Black Remnant. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. And so we will see you next Tuesday, but not you, right? Mm-hmm. You are going to go to LA? Mm-hmm. Really?
Big deal. Yeah. Got to fly in, burn up.
Oh, okay. Well, you let me know if that's still happening. Mm-hmm. But you and I, what do you think? Paint stream? I can get a hold of Jasmine? Yeah, I'll get a hold of our good friend Jasmine Vular, who has played Hannah Otho in the live games and who stole my mech. Expect us to discuss this at length. And but yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday, as we say. See you later.